Hello, this is Opinion Radar. As a mom of two little ones who are deep in the magical phase of childhood, where unicorns, glitter, and anything pink takes center stage, I'm always on the hunt for activities that entertain and mean something. Not just another plastic toy that ends up forgotten under the couch, but something that sparks creativity, encourages focus, and maybe even sneaks in a little learning. That's why I was instantly drawn to the Dan&Darci Unicorn Soap Making Kit. At $21, it seemed like a small splurge, but one that promised more than just a fleeting moment of fun. What I didn't expect was how much joy would come from something that started as a simple craft idea. Turns out making soap with your kid can be a whole experience, one filled with giggles, curiosity, and surprisingly meaningful connections. Let me tell you all about it. Okay, mamas, let me tell you about one of the most magical, fun, and surprisingly educational gifts we brought into our home lately, the Dan&Darci Unicorn Soap Making Kit. If you've got a little one who's obsessed with unicorns, rainbows, and anything sparkly, this is going to be an instant hit. We got it for my 7-year-old daughter as a birthday surprise, and honestly, it brought more joy than half the toys she unwrapped. What I loved right away was how it wasn't just a craft kit. It felt like a mini science experiment with a sprinkle of fairy dust. She got to melt down soap base, mix in colors, add glitter, and pour it into adorable unicorn and star molds. It kept her busy for hours, and I didn't hear a single "I'm bored" all afternoon, which as a mom, is basically a miracle. One thing I'll say is that this kit struck the perfect balance between independence and hands-on mom time. My daughter could stir, mix, and pour on her own, which made her feel super proud and capable. But I did need to step in when it came to microwaving the soap base. It gets really hot, so adult supervision is definitely required during that step. But honestly, that was kind of nice. Instead of just handing her the toy and walking away, we got to do something together. It turned into one of those special little bonding moments where she'd ask, "Mommy, which color should I try next? Or does this smell magical enough?" We laughed, we experimented, and at the end, we had these adorable handmade soaps that looked like they came from a boutique gift shop. Now, let's talk about quality because I've bought craft kits before that felt cheap, with flimsy molds and weak colors. Not this one. The molds are thick and hold their shape really well, and the colors are vibrant. They give you liquid dyes in pink, blue, yellow, and red, so your kiddo can mix their own rainbow shades. There's even glitter, multiple kinds, and 2 scents to choose from. My daughter was obsessed with the Unicorn Dream scent at first, but I'll be honest, it does have a bit of a strong chemical smell when it's fresh out of the mold. It reminded me of those old school bath bombs that smell amazing once they dry but can be a bit intense at first. After a day or two, the scent mellowed out nicely, and now her hand soap smells sweet and fun. But if your child is sensitive to smells, just be prepared for that initial whiff. Another thing I noticed is that while the box says it's for ages 6 and up, I'd say the younger end of that range, like age 6 to 8, will need more help, especially with reading the instructions and handling the hot soap. My daughter is on the older side of that, and even then, she needed me nearby. But the directions are super clear with pictures for every step, so it's not overwhelming. And the fact that they include a little science guide, that was such a cool bonus. It talks about how soap works, why things melt, and how mixing colors creates new ones. I didn't expect to be doing mini science lessons while making unicorn soap, but hey, moms do it all. It's a sneaky way to add some learning into playtime without your kid even realizing it. Now, here's the real talk part. There isn't enough materials to keep going forever. You'll get about 5 to 6 soaps out of this kit, depending on how big your molds are and how generous you are with the soap base. My daughter was a little sad when it was over and kept asking, "Can we make more tomorrow?" We ended up ordering extra soap base and fragrance oils online, which wasn't a big deal, but it's something to keep in mind if you're hoping this lasts for weeks. Also, the soap hardens fast, like really fast. If you're not pouring quickly, it starts to set in the measuring cup. So I recommend staying close by during that step and working in small batches. It's not a deal breaker, but definitely something to be prepared for so you don't end up with lumpy or uneven soaps. But let me tell you, the payoff is worth it. My daughter made soaps for her friends, her teachers, even her little brother, who actually uses his now, which is a small parenting win. She's so proud of them. And honestly, they look adorable in her bathroom. And here's something I didn't expect. If she says, go wash your hands, suddenly the kids race to the sink because they want to use their special unicorn soap. It's turned hand washing from a battle into something they look forward to. I never thought I'd say this, but this kit might be secretly genius for building good hygiene habits. Plus, it makes an amazing gift, birthday, holiday, or just because. It's got that wow factor when you first open it, and then it delivers on fun and creativity. So overall, I definitely recommend the Dan and Darcy Unicorn Soap Making Kit. It's fun, creative, educational, and delivers hours of screen-free entertainment. Yes, the scent is a little strong at first, and yes, you'll need to supervise the hot steps, but those are small things in the grand scheme. For the price, around $21, it's a great value, especially compared to other kits that feel flimsier. It's not just a toy, it's an experience. And at the end of the day, when your kid is showing off their handmade soaps and saying, Mom, I made this all by myself, well, that's everything. It's the kind of gift that sparks imagination, pride, and maybe even a love for science. And if your child asks to do it again, trust me, you'll be glad you kept the molds. If you're ready to sprinkle a little magic into playtime, grab the Dan and Darcy Unicorn Soap Making Kit and let the creativity flow. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more fun, family tested finds, because every mom deserves a little help finding gifts that wow and wash up nicely.